thousands of people are killed and huge damage is done to property every year by natural disasters such as storms, floods, volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. Many of these deaths and losses could be prevented if better information was available about when and where these disasters may happen. Information obtained from space-derived geospatial data provides essential input for decision-making in areas such as disaster management and emergency response.
The United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs assists member states in their disaster risk reduction efforts. Through our UN SPIDER program, we ensure that the disaster community gets access to and develop the capacity to use space-based information for all phases of the disaster management cycle, including prevention, mitigation, and emergency response.
High-resolution imagery now provides an indispensable means to assess damage caused by disasters. Through its use, relief agencies can then allocate desperately needed resources more efficiently, avoiding duplicating efforts in the same areas and identifying gaps. Information obtained from space-derived geospatial data is providing essential input for decision-making to benefit society in areas such as agriculture, deforestation assessment, drought relief and land management, but also for disaster management and emergency response. UN-USA is mandated to support member states through implementing the UN SPIDER program, which is the United Nations platform for space-based information for disaster management and emergency response. UN-USA is located in Vienna, but has offices in Bonn, Germany and Beijing, China. The program helps member states to improve their own disaster management programs by providing training, technical expertise and organizational advice.
The UN SPIDER program is all about helping countries access and use space-based information for disaster risk management and emergency response. So we have to work with the national governments in identifying the current status of the use of the technology in the country and come up with recommendations and a plan of action to further increase the use. We do that through a technical advisory mission. Basically, for 1 week, we bring together a group of experts, experts from the academia, experts from other institutions, space agencies, experts from within the United Nations. And for 1 week, we meet with institutions, relevant institutions within the country. And we even have a national workshop where we bring everyone together. And after 1 week, this team of experts, together with the experts within the country, prepare a report which then will be the basis of our work with that country in the future. Furthermore, we also do have a knowledge portal where we bring all our information together. So countries also have the possibility of accessing all relevant information through our knowledge portal.
UN-USA, through the UN SPIDER program, so far completed 19 technical advisory missions, and a few more are in the pipeline for 2012 and 2013. Tonga is the latest TAM.
Recently, we just went to the Kingdom of Tonga at the invitation of the National Emergency Management Authority. And for 1 week, we met with all the relevant institutions. And we identified key areas which we are now going to work on. One of them being capacity building, another one being in terms of the sharing of geospatial information within the country, and also working with the country to ensure they're able to access space-based information during an emergency. I mean, during an emergency, there are a number of mechanisms where we can access satellite imagery to support the emergency, and working on a country-by-country basis, we can ensure that they are able to access and use information to basically save lives during an emergency.
By connecting the disaster management and space communities and facilitating capacity building and institutional strengthening, UN-USA aims to provide, through its UN SPIDER program, universal access to all types of space-based information and services relevant to disaster management. Rio+20 wants to make sustainable development on Earth a reality. The UN Office for Outer Space Affairs wants to ensure space solutions are part of this reality.